All right, good afternoon, everyone. We'll get started in a few moments. Good afternoon. Welcome to the State Treasurer's Office webinar series, Inside the Vault, Resources for Local Leaders. My name is Christian Daly, and I'm the STO's External Affairs Manager. If this is your first webinar with us, welcome. And to those that have joined us before, welcome back. A few housekeeping notes before we get started. This webinar is being recorded and it will be made available afterwards. The information shared today will be sent to all in attendance and to those that have registered. And finally, we encourage you to drop your questions if you have them into the chat. We have a treasure trove of information lined up for you. As we move through today's webinar, you'll hear about an update on some of our programs and other initiatives, as well as learn about two great resources within our office, learning something new that can benefit those that you serve or even your own household. As always, we hope you have a eureka moment, like a California-specific aha moment. This webinar will be as interactive as it is informative, as we have a few polls for you to engage with us. With that said, let's open up this vault. Okay, our first poll, hopefully a fun one for all. Which emoji best describes your mood right now? See, our poll is up, and the choices, classic smiley emoji, the cool one, a sleepy one, or mind blown. Let's see. Okay, we'll give it a few more moments for results to come in. Okay, right when I was going to call it, it just went to a tie, and one has taken the lead. We'll call it there. Looks like the cool emoji has won out. Well, whether your emoji of choice was represented or not, we're glad that you're here to represent your community. On to our next poll. If recess were still a part of adult life, how would you spend it? Our poll is up, and let's see, would be playing a game, hanging out with friends, or napping? Give it a few moments and see those results to come in. And also noticing that similarity between the sleepy emoji and napping. Okay, give it a few more moments. I was going to call it again, and it went back to a tie. So at this point, it's a tie between playing a sport or a game and hanging out with friends. Well, while the thought of recess may have brought back a fond memory or two for us, it's an exciting time for students that have joined or returned and found their way back to school. And the programs we'll discuss today have students top of mind. First, we'll go through what's new with the STO since our last webinar. The CalSavers Retirement Savings Program within our office announced a limited time campaign designed to reward proactive employers that have registered for the program. CalSavers will award $500 to 2,000 eligible employers who register timely and begin facilitating retirement savings for their employees. Eligible businesses must have a compliance deadline of December 31st of this year. Businesses must register and start facilitating CalSavers by November 30th to be entered into the drawing. Completing registration by the deadline automatically enters the business into a random drawing for a chance to win a $500 prize. We're dropping the link to the registration into the chat. Next, the STO served as agent of sale for over $1.7 billion in bonds for the California State University system. Proceeds of the bonds are anticipated to finance or refinance the acquisition, construction, improvement, and renovation of various CSU facilities. Majority of the planned projects are for student housing, with other projects consisting of dining halls, a multi-use stadium, and various infrastructure improvements. Current and future students of Cal State Long Beach, Dominguez Hills, San Marcos, Fullerton, Cal Poly SLO, and Pomona, along with San Diego and Fresno State, will soon benefit from these bonds. This summer, the STO, through the California Alternative Energy and Advanced Transportation Financing Authority, approved sales and use tax exclusion awards for 31 businesses across the state. Approved businesses represent a broad spectrum of California's innovation economy, spanning industries such as alternative energy, semiconductors, food production, robotics, recycling, and more. The $95 million will help lower upfront capital costs, encourage technological advancement, and further the state's climate and clean energy goals. These awards are estimated to add over 21,000 jobs to the Golden State. And finally, the STO recently co-hosted the inaugural convening of the California Creative Economy Finance Network. The network is an exciting new initiative to strengthen the financial infrastructure supporting California's creative sectors. The STO, in partnership with the City of Sacramento, Creative Startups, the California Arts Council, UCLA, California for the Arts and Culture, will seek to build a statewide coalition of financial and creative stakeholders, identify diverse capital needs across creative ventures, develop and align financial tools to meet those needs, and pilot and scale financing solutions to ensure equitable access to capital. All right, and with that, I think it's time for another poll. Which college life cost surprised you the most? Okay, we have our poll up. And give it a few moments for folks to chime in. Well, I think you're making my poll job a little easier because there is a clear winner here, but I probably shouldn't speak too soon because things are already changing. So we'll give it a few more moments and we'll see those results. Looks like a majority of you chose textbooks. Well, our next presenter will share some information that can help families or yourself be prepared for the costs associated with higher education. I'd now like to pass it to Dana Salas, Outreach Specialist with the Scholarship Investment Board. Dana?
Hello. Hello, everyone. Thanks, Christian. So today we'll be sharing a little bit of information about ScholarShare 529. So if you're not familiar with the program, 529 is a college savings plan. Many states throughout the country offer their own 529, but we're officially California, so we're very proud of that. Here in California, we've been helping families save for over 20 years, so that proves we have done a good job when I work with families and help them with their education about this program. They say, oh, well, I've used this program to fund my kids' education. It works. So it's proven. And we do have over 12 billion in the accounts that shows that families are saving with the program. So it's definitely a great way to save. With ScholarShare 529, your savings that you have throughout the years, they are invested, they grow with earnings, and all those earnings grow tax-free. So that's the really cool perk of it being a program specifically to save for college, because all your earnings will grow tax-free. Next slide. As you could see, saving for anything is the best idea, but when you save for college, it goes a long way because college is so expensive. And as you could see here, this shows a hypothetical example of how your savings could look like over time. So if you save, let's say, $100 per month over time, with the ScholarShare 529 and the earning potential of tax-free earnings, it's a pretty big update there with how much money you could have in the long run versus just saving in a bank, let's say. But here with ScholarShare 529, the earning potential is great. So this is just hypothetical. The money market's always changing, but it gives you an idea that saving is a good idea. But you want to start as soon as you can, but it's never too late. For all those families that have kids that are already in high school or even in college, it's not too late because they might pursue more education and maybe it could be a legacy for grandkids in the future. Next slide. So this money in Scholarship 529 that you're going to be saving throughout the years, it's obviously meant to be used for college, but you can use it for more than just that. So the money that you've saved can be used in California or around the world. So it's not limited to just California. It is the California plan officially, like I mentioned earlier, but you could live anywhere in the States. If you move out of California, let's say, you could still have your Scholarship 529 account. Nothing will happen there. And when your students decide to study out of state, if that's what they do, they could also use the funds there. They could use it for books and supplies, computer equipment, tuition and fees at schools around the globe. Tuition can be covered at technical schools, trade schools, private, your typical CSUs here in California or UCs, private schools, that's okay too. When it comes to using the funds, and a lot of families do have a question, what happens if my child does not go to college? What happens to all the money I've saved? So there's a few options. One is to change it to another child that you may have that is ready to go to college, is ready to use it right away. So you could transfer them the money that change them as the beneficiary. There are a few other options. Some legislation passed where you could roll over funds into a Roth IRA. You could use it for private K through 12 education and up to $10,000 to repay student loans. So it's a little flexible in how you could use it if, let's say, someone doesn't use it to go to college right away. In any case, if you do end up using the money for something other than higher education, all your earnings that you've accumulated over the years, those will be the only ones that will be taxed and penalized if you don't use it for its use, the appropriate use that it's meant for, higher education or all those other ones I mentioned. So if you use it for something other than paying for college or those other things, then it would be penalized and taxed. But many families end up using it for the intended use, so it's not really a big deal. But for families out there, it is a concern. But just so you know, there are options and it's flexible in how you could use it. So, next slide. Now, if you're thinking about opening an account with Scholarship 529, we actually have a promotion going on this month. It ends on September 21st, and we're dropping the link in the chat if you want to go and take advantage of this offer. So it's $50 when you open a new account per each account, and you get a bonus with that. So take advantage of the offer. It's really easy. It's at scholarshare529.com. If you want to open an account, it's live now, so take advantage of it. Next slide. Now here at the ScholarShare Investment Board, we also offer the CalKids Scholarship. There's two groups that are eligible for this program. You may have kids that are eligible now, so definitely pay attention. It's a free scholarship through the state. So the first group that's eligible to receive this is newborns and young children. If they have been born on or after July 1st of 2022 and on, they're automatically getting a scholarship here in California. They have to be born in California, but if they have been born on or after that date, they're automatically getting up to $175. This money is placed into a savings account that does generate interest and it does grow over time. So by the time they're ready to use it for college, they will have a good amount saved up. This money can be used for higher education purposes, tuition, fees, books and supplies, whatever may be needed. It is a scholarship. The other group that is eligible are public school students, either low income or English learner, foster youth, homeless youth. They qualify to receive up to $1,500 for college. It's the easiest scholarship that they could ever get. No application, it's automatic. If you're interested in partnering with us to share this resource to your community members, please let us know. We'll be happy to work together to share this out in an easy way with the community. If you're a family member, go to calkids.org and easily claim your scholarship there or see if you're eligible. It doesn't hurt to check because millions of kids throughout California are eligible. Next slide. Now, for all those here that are representing an employer, or you yourself have employees that you would like to share both these resources, Scholarshare 529 and CalKids, we have our workplace savings program that I'll talk to you real briefly about. Next slide. With this workplace savings program, it's really easy because we provide the education about these resources. We can provide presentations that are more in depth about Scholarshare 529 and CalKids, letting your employees know about this great resource. And we also offer a payroll deduction option so that employees can save directly from their paycheck, which makes it really easy as a set and forget it feature. You don't spend it on anything else, but for those very important costs in the future of your kids' education. So if you're interested in partnering with us on that as well, please let us know. It's a totally free program and there's no contract or reporting fees. It's just education. If you'd like to participate, let us know. The next slide. Well, that is all I have to share with you on about the Scholarshare 529 program and CalKids. If you would like more information, please visit the website at calkids.org or Scholarshare 529, and we have dropped some of those links for you to take advantage of those promotions. And if you'd like to partner with us, let us know. But thank you. I hand it back to Christian.
Thank you, Dana, for giving us that briefing on Scholarshare 529. If you have any questions, again, please drop them in the chat. Shifting gears to focus on K through 14 schools, which facility upgrade would you have loved as a high school student? Our poll is up and let's see. All right, results are still coming in. We'll give it a few more moments. Okay. I will call it here, but feel free to still make your voice known. We have a two-way tie between an expanded athletic center and more tech in every classroom. Well, our next presenter will share some information on some great resources for California's public schools. I'd like to pass to Katrina Johansson, Executive Director for the California School Finance Authority. Katrina?
Thank you, Christian, and thank you everyone for joining us today. We know your time is valuable. We really appreciate the opportunity to highlight the authority's programs today, and we especially value the support of the State Treasurer's Office as CSFA implements its programs. We could not undertake our legislative initiatives, our new program development, nor carrying out our mandate without the assistance of the entire State Treasurer's Office. So today we're going to talk about the California School Finance Authority. CSFA is housed within the State Treasurer's Office and has offices in Los Angeles and Sacramento. The authority's board consists of the State Treasurer, serving as chair, and the Superintendent of Public Instruction and the Director of Finance, serving as members. The board typically meets monthly to carry out its broad initiatives. CSFA administers a number of state and federal programs aimed at financing educational facilities and working capital. Educational facilities include not only schools, but also student and workforce housing. All of our programs currently have capacity. However, a few programs' filing windows have closed for this year's funding. We encourage you to join CSFA's listserv so you don't miss any future funding opportunities. Ryan Storian and I will provide high-level information on each program today, so we encourage you to reach out to us directly with any questions. The first program we're going to touch on is the Charter School Facility Program, which was created in 2002 and is modeled after the state's School Facilities Program, in which a local school district pays 50% of its project costs, and the state funds the balance through a grant. This low-cost program allows charter schools to pay 50% obligation through a 30-year low-cost loan with the state. The current interest rate on this loan is approximately 2.5%, which on a 30-year facility, $30 million facility results in annual debt service of about $716,000 or approximately $60,000 monthly. The program currently has capacity of $600 million available through the passage of Proposition 2. This application is closing soon with an October 30th deadline. This program's application entails local district support. Therefore, we recommend you start your application soon to ensure a complete and competitive application. Next slide. Next up is our conduit financing program. Our conduit financing program provides governmental and nonprofit borrowers access to capital markets through the issuance of tax-exempt bonds, enabling borrowers to finance facilities as well as working capital. CSFA's conduit financing program offers borrowers many benefits, including lower borrowing costs, reliable debt service payments through the use of a state or local intercept, and specialized support on pricing and structuring from the State Treasurer's Office Public Finance Division. Next slide. Since 2010, CSFA has issued 165 financings totaling nearly $4 billion. This amount includes a short-term financing program, which was created to help local educational agencies weather state revenue deferrals. This program's application period is open year-round with no filing deadline. Next slide. Next up is our credit enhancement program. This is a federally funded program, and since 2004, CSFA has applied for and been awarded federal grants through the U.S. Department of Education focused on assisting charter schools meet their facility needs. One such program is the Credit Enhancement Program, which funds debt service reserve from grant funds rather than borrowing funds. Since our initial credit enhancement award in 2009, CSFA has awarded nearly $73 million in credit enhancement awards to enhance bond issuances totaling $1.3 billion. Recently, CSFA has expanded the use of this grant program and has enhanced privately placed loans, making a big impact on high-quality charter schools. While funding debt service reserves, the credit enhancement program ensures that more dollars reach the classroom rather than paying financing costs. Now I will turn it over to Ryan Story to discuss the charter school facility grant program. Ryan?
Thank you, Katrina. So the Charter School Facility Grant Program, also known as SB 740, is a non-competitive formula-based equity grant program that provides reimbursement for facility-related costs for charter schools. These state-funded grant awards are determined using the lesser of 75% of eligible lease costs, or an ADA multiplier as determined by the Department of Finance. For 25-26, it is $1,471 per unit of ADA. Applicants must be serving a student population with at least 55% receiving free or reduced price meals or giving additional official preference to a local school meeting that threshold. The applicants also must remain in good standing with their authorizer, be free of conflict of interest, and meet other program-related requirements. For this school year, CSFA received 480 applications, which are currently under review. We do expect this funding round to be oversubscribed, and we will be required to likely give prorated final awards. Next slide, please. The program was subject to a state audit in 2023, which found the program correlates with fewer school closures, addresses needed classroom space throughout the state, and most importantly, increases the amount of funding available for students. The application period for new schools or newly relocated schools is open now until October 15th, and you can find the application at our website. Next slide, please. The Charter School Facilities Incentive Grants Program is a federally funded program intended to be a wraparound program to the SB 740 program. It is a competitively ranked program based on a series of preference points that are also provided on our website. The program provides 3-year grant awards for facility-related costs such as leases, mortgage, or Prop 39 agreements, or can fund or reimburse costs related to acquisition, construction, or renovation. Awards are capped at the lesser of an enrollment rate based on project type, or 75% of actual costs. Awards also have annual caps of $250,000 for lease, mortgage, Prop 39, and $500,000 for acquisition, construction, and renovation. Due to a 2024 federal award, CSFA was able to initiate 3 more funding rounds starting this school year. CSFA also applied for an additional award in 2025, and we are awaiting notifications. Applications for the 26-27 funding round will be available next spring. Next slide, please. Last but not least is our Charter School Facilities Revolving Loan Fund program. It is a state program providing low-interest loans for charter school operation. Top priority in the program is provided for new schools, especially schools that are expecting to open in the next school year. Interest rates are set at PMIA. Loan amounts will increase to $500,000 with the signature on SB 631 on the governor's desk, but currently at $250,000. With changes associated with 631, there's also a new priority provided to impact disaster impacted schools. And with that, I'm going to pass it on back to Katrina.
Thank you, Ryan. And thank you all. It was a pleasure to highlight CSFA's programs today. We hope that you will take this information and share it with your schools that serve your local communities. We are available to answer any questions at this time, and we encourage you to visit our website and sign up to receive notifications from the authority regarding board meetings, application deadlines, and general updates. We know you're all very busy, so we thank you for your time today. Take care, and thanks again for allowing us to participate in the Offices in the Vault series.
All right. Thank you, Katrina and Ryan, for sharing that information to help public schools in the Golden State. Now, we'll pause to see if we have any questions. I did take a look into the chat and our Q&A and saw none, but we'll give it a few moments to see if any pop up. Let's see. I believe this question may be for Dana and Scholarship 529. I have a question. One of our attendees' daughter goes to school in New York, but she wanted to know if she can use the program.
Yeah, if your daughter is in New York, she could definitely use the Scholarship 529 program. You yourself could use it to save for her schooling, and she'll be able to use it in her school in New York, no problem.
Awesome. Well, we thank you for that question and for that answer, Dana. And for the sake of time, we'll move forward, but we hope to answer any other questions offline. Now, we have a couple of questions for you. We'd love to know how we can better serve you and your respective communities, keeping these webinars tuned to meet your needs. Which STO program area do you want to learn more about? Our poll is up, and we appreciate your feedback. Give it a few more moments. Thank you for your feedback. Also, we love your input on today's webinar. We just dropped a survey link in the chat, and we ask that you please open up the link and provide your feedback. It's a quick survey, only 3 questions. So I'll give folks a few seconds to find that link, click it, and open it up in your browser. And again, we thank you for your feedback. We'd like to thank you for your time joining us for our Inside the Vault webinar series. If you had a eureka moment and would like to partner with us to share this information with your community, email us at askfiona@treasurer.ca.gov. If you have any questions, we're just an email away. Visit our website to learn even more about our office and the resources available to you. And be sure to sign up for our newsletter to see our work around the state. Lastly, be on the lookout for an email with the information on programs you've heard about today and an invitation to our next webinar in December. Thank you for the vital work that you do for your communities and for joining with us to improve the lives of Californians. Have a great day and a cozy fall season.